Sustainability is a complicated topic. There's a lot of data out there, and one of the roles we play is to help decision makers to understand that information.
Brands are certainly struggling to report and meet climate change goals. Cotton producers are also being challenged by climate change. A key strategy looking forward is how can cotton producers be more climate resilient, both at a sustainability level as well as an economic level.
To better understand production practices in the U.S. and priorities of U.S. cotton growers, we periodically conduct a natural resource survey. This allows us to assess what are the pain points growers are experiencing, and this helps us direct our research program to make sure we're addressing the problems that growers are facing.
Growers or farmers are no different than any other business person. They're looking for how to optimize their production system, how to be profitable. They are adopting these new technologies because it is allowing them to achieve those objectives.
The Natural Resource Survey asked the growers what their concerns were moving forward. Two things that really stood out. One was management of weeds and the other was concerns about herbicide-resistant weeds. There are numerous areas that we really need to start investment in. Obviously the development of new herbicides, but also looking at some of the non-chemical approaches.
One of the most promising results from the survey was that in 2015, only around 20% of cotton producers were using cover crops, while in 2023 survey, 48% of producers were using cover crops. Beyond that though, in 2008 we had a 36% doing no or strip tillage, where in 2023 we had 56% doing no or strip tillage. Reducing tillage ultimately can help improve soil structure and help the plant grow more sustainably.
All of our producers are rotating cotton with some other crops, whether it's sorghum, soybeans, peanuts, or whatever. In many situations, we're pairing up with other commodities, both in financial support, but also just information exchange to try to work together to come up with, answers that will work across commodities.
We asked our growers what are some of their top concerns. One thing that was a little new this time was I think growers are really beginning to see the limits to their water supply and that they are going to need new tools to adapt to these more frequent drought conditions.
One of the key levers for climate resilience is improving soil health and adopting regenerative agriculture practices. So it's really important that the industry come together and share the risk with the producer when they get going with things such as cover crops and reduced tillage. One program we have is a Climate Smart Cotton program, which helps the producer adopt these new practices by sharing that financial risk with them for the first 3 years. Further, it enables them to have access to carbon inset markets, which provides them additional sources of revenues and incentives to essentially capture carbon out of the air and hold that in the ground.
We can learn a lot of things from the Natural Resources Survey. One of the most important things that we can learn is the growers' commitment to growing cotton responsibly and their commitment to continuous improvement.